If you could remake one movie, what movie would you remake? And think out of the box. Give me the obvious, and then give me something out of the box.
Well, let me get... Okay, the obvious would be something like... I mean, it's tough because when you remakes... The problem with remakes is like, is there ever a better remake? That is so rare.
So can I tell you where I think?
Yeah.
I look at something that didn't perform well in movie theaters, but we love.
So that's my out of the box.
Okay.
Would be Delirious.
Wait.
John Candy, where he's got a typewriter.
Yes.
And he types things, and he can kind of type his reality, and he types himself in as a character. Because it's John Candy, and it's funny. So he's funny, but it's not a well-executed film, but it's a great idea.
Such a great... By the way, John Candy has a handful of bombs.
Yeah. Who is Harry Crumb?
Who's Harry Crumb?
But also...
Summer Rental.
Summer Rental
was a failure.
Summer Rental is so fucking good.
But okay, here now I'm gonna say this out loud. Was Delirious a horrific script that we only love because of John Candy?
Yes. We don't even love it. We like it because of John Candy. The idea, though, is great. The idea that someone has a magical device to type on, and they kind of are inserting themselves into a heightened soap opera-ish story, and they can kind of write the reality. Like, to me, there's something total. Like, if you were to be like
John Candy movies,
like if you were to be like to me, like rewrite a movie where a guy is writing a soap opera that's he's in, and whatever he writes comes to life, I'd be like, I can write that movie.
Who's Harry Crumb was awesome. Uncle Buck's his biggest.
Uncle Buck's fantastic.
Okay, Uncle Buck's.
Great Outdoors.
Train, Planes, and Great Outdoors. Spaceballs. Summer Rental was a flop, oddly enough.
That's crazy because I've seen that movie so many times.
$25 million they spent on it. They shot it in Clearwater or in St. Pete.
It's got
it didn't do well.
Also got Rip Torn in it. He plays the weird pirate guy.
The premise is, for anyone doesn't know Summer Rental, he's an air traffic controller.
Yeah, right.
Who is working too hard, and there's a fly on his screen, and he loses a plane.
Oh, maybe it's not Rip Torn. I think I just completely conflated Rip Torn with some random pirate guy. It's not Rip Torn. Look at that guy. That's not Rip Torn.
That's Rip Torn.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
No, I think it is.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. Jesus. For a second, I was like,
a young Rip Torn too.
Yeah, that's totally.
My cousin, I love my cousin to death, and he is a hardcore film guy. And we were talking about this, and he was like, I said something about planes, trains, and automobiles. He goes, "You're not allowed to touch that."
Yeah,
because that's the greatest movie ever made. No one's allowed to touch that. He's like a real film guy.
The thing is, if you watch when was the last time you watched it?
It's been a while. It's
a great movie.
Yeah.
It's been duplicated so many times in so many ways since then.
Yeah.
That you're almost like, there's something about, first of all, the drama part of it, like at the end, is fucking amazing. When you're like, oh my God, this poor fucking son of a bitch.
You know what?
But it's been like the road trip.
How much of that speech can you give right now?
Oh man.
You know what? I like me.
I like me. My wife likes me. It's amazing.
I'm gonna cry.
My wife likes me.
He is such...
My clients like me.
My heart breaks. His kids.
And you know what?
One of his kids.
Yeah, his one kid is awesome.
Is a stand-up, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
My heart breaks it.
It's beautiful.
That guy doesn't get to be their dad forever, you know? Because he was our dad a little bit.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like we're like hurt by the loss of that dude.
Oh.
And by the way, there's so many stories of him. I can't remember who. I worked with a dude who used to do audio on
I Like Me. Read it.
I Like Me. You want to hurt me? Go ahead. It makes you feel any better. I'm an easy target. Yeah, you're right. I talk too much.
Wow.
I also listen too much. I could be a cold-hearted cynic like you, but I don't like to hurt people's feelings. Well, you think you want to know about me? I'm changing. I'm not changing. Sorry. That's the Josh. I'm not changing. I like me. My wife likes me. My customers like me. Because I'm the real article. What you see is what you get. And it's after Steve Martin just shits on his heart.
And Steve Martin does it so good.
So good.
God, what a perfect fucking movie.
But he's like really like, So I forget what it was that I was doing, but it was like the sound guy did all the John Hughes movies, and he told me like 2 or 3 stories. By the way, I think that there's a deleted scene where it's like they get the airplane food,
Yeah.
and he's eating the airplane food, and it's also phenomenal. There's not a lot of, but there's this whole
The best line in that movie is "Those aren't pillows."
Where's your other hand?
Between these 2 pillows.
Oh, sorry. Good game, Bears last night. They go right into that. Yeah. But there is like the dude was so like truly like emotional. I don't know. But the stuff I heard about him from a dude was like the best. He was the best guy. On Thanksgiving, he backed a truck up of like Thanksgiving turkeys. There's also a story about when he was on Home Alone and they could only have him for 1 day because of his schedule or something. Yeah. And so he like let them like shoot like a 18-hour day. Like he was like, whatever you got to do.